Hello, everyone, and welcome to another great episode here of the Gridiron Glory with Will and Ted, where we give exclusive reports on all things Bryce Young, and we're going to do that in this matchup between the Panthers and Cardinals. The Cardinals do come away with the 27-22 victory at home. Um, Bryce Young, though, career high passing yards, 328, three touchdowns. The one unfortunate interception there, sacked three times for 25 yards. He did all he could there in that fourth quarter to lead this comeback. But in the end, I mean, some impressive play by the Cardinals, an impressive defensive stand by Calais Campbell. A very fun football game. It seemed like a football game that could get out of hand early, but it ended up being fairly entertaining.
Yeah, it was absolutely. The first half wouldn't tell you that, Tad. The first half wouldn't tell you that this wasn't going to be an entertaining football game. But then, somehow the Carolina Panthers in the second half make it a very exciting game up until the very end, and then Calais Campbell with that big play to seal the deal. But let's go further down the line.
Yeah, going a bit further down the line, looking a bit at the Panthers here, huge game for rookie Teteroa McMillan, six catches for 100 yards, made some big plays there late in that game in this comeback. You do like to see that. Hunter Renfrow had a huge game, two touchdowns, 48 yards receiving, seven catches on nine targets. I thought his impact was immeasurable in this game, and I mean, I would have not expected Hunter Renfrow to have such an impact. So I was very impressed with what we saw there by the
I
receiving.
mean, Hunter Renfro, especially when he made that diving attempt at the pylon at the of the end zone.
Mhm.
I just thought like Hunter Renfro to me, going out there and doing what he did, the seven catches for 48 yards, the two touchdowns. I mean, he got targeted nine times. I'm just really glad to see Hunter Renfro in a system that's really working for him. Obviously the 0-2 record won't say that, but um, the stat chart will in that sense.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely a good game for him, a good game for T Mac as well. So you do like to see that. One thing that you want to see out of the Panthers is a bit of improvement in the running game. Only 2.6 yards per rush. Chuba Hubbard 10 rushes for 38 yards. Rico Dowdle six carries, 9 yards. So you do want to see some improvement there, and that could be a bit of a struggle, especially with the recent news about their offensive line with Robert Hunt tearing his biceps and Austin Corbett tearing his MCL. So they're going to lose two key starters in the offensive line for the foreseeable future. What's your take on the run game and the O line given that situation?
Yeah, the running game to me. I'm sorry. Can you repeat the question?
Um, yeah, given the injuries to their offensive line with Robert Hunt and Austin Corbett and the struggles in the run game today, like what's your take on that situation? What can they do to improve?
Yeah, yeah, just obviously, you gotta go out there, you gotta watch the film, you gotta watch the film in practice, and you you just got to improve from last week. Like in the sense, like you got to go out and practice this week. You got to watch the film and just see how they can do better for me. It's a long season, and the 0-2 starts. I mean, they got to find a way to hone in on that.
Yeah, definitely, and I think that they'll do what they can to improve. They'll hit the film room. You need some of your reserves on the defensive line to step up. Guys like Josh Nisman, Chandler Zavala, Cade Mays, possibly Brady Christensen. See if you can get some of those players to step up. Looking at the defense for Carolina, I mean, a very big play there by DJ Wanham to get an interception that certainly helped to lead that comeback in a way. So you do like to see that.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Um,
the DJ Wanham interception, like to me, that was just like, wow, we about to actually have a football game here in the desert, you know. So the Carolina Panthers, I mean, listen, they're all I know they're 0-2, but this is still a way better Panthers team that was 0-2 3 seasons ago. Like I will take this 0-2 Panthers team versus the 0-2 Panthers 3 years ago.
oh yeah, certainly a much improved football team. I think that they have a bit more faith in what they had, what they have now, as opposed to what they had then. You're just going to continue to see improvements. I think. I mean, I'm not saying like they're going to make the playoffs or anything, but I think this is going to be a much improved Panthers football team, and they showed some fight in that game.
Yeah, no, they absolutely did. I mean, this was the Cardinals' game to lose, and they almost did in a sense in the second half. But Cardinals, shout out to them doing what they needed to do to close it out and seal the deal.
Yeah,
And like I said, with that big stop on the Calais Campbell when the Panthers were trying to make a resilient comeback there. Also, shout out to Carolina when they in this. I speak of the resilient comeback. Carolina, shout out to them too for recovering their own onside kick. What was going through your head in that moment when Carolina recovered their own onside kick?
yeah,
Like
man.
what was going through your head in that moment?
You just get the touchdown, you have a chance. I was thinking, man, do they have the timeouts to get the ball back? I mean, you just assume that Arizona's going to get the ball, and then they make that onside kick. Obviously, a lot of luck goes into that, some skill, and then they get the ball. And I'm thinking, man, we're gonna have a chance to see Bryce Young lead a legacy drive here. And I mean, obviously, it didn't. He ended up not having the legacy drive, so that's unfortunate. But just a great football game, a really fun moment. I'm glad we got to see a lot of high level football this week.
Oh, absolutely. It was a very fun game to watch, but unfortunately, yeah, the Panthers do fall short. I didn't really have any other final thoughts or takes on this.
Yeah, looking at Arizona though, I mean the winning side, they were definitely very impressive, especially early on. I mean that fumble recovery by Zaven Collins to get that touchdown early in the game. And then you get the interception from Baron Browning. I mean, they got off on defense to about as good of a start as you could imagine. I mean, they did a lot of things right in the first half, and they definitely deserve some credit for that. Going up 20-3 at halftime, 27-3 after the first drive. I mean, Kyler Murray wasn't incredible in this game, but he did a lot right. 17 of 25, 220 yards, a touchdown, an interception, 32 yards on the ground. I mean, Kyler wasn't perfect, but I don't think he was much of a problem in this game.
I mean, especially in the first half, Kyler Murray going out there, doing his thing, feeling comfortable. I just really wish that he would have done more in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, like I was saying earlier, that interception by DJ Wanham that he had in the red zone, I mean, they had a real chance to bury the comeback before it even had a chance to get started. But I mean, just looking for Trey Benson there didn't make the play. I mean, sometimes the defense is going to make the play, but yeah, you want to see more from Kyler, more in the second half, like you said. Trey McBride was very good, 6 catches for 78 yards. You'd like to see his touchdown numbers get better as the year goes on. He didn't have a lot of touchdowns last year. That was a big story, but I think that'll come. The big question is Marvin Harrison Jr., he did not have a big game in the least bit. 2 catches for 27 yards, only 5 targets. What can the Cardinals do to get Marvin Harrison more involved on offense?
Um, well, obviously, it starts with good pass protection up front, which I definitely felt like I saw that more times than not. I mean, the Cardinals offensive line, I unfortunately am having some issues on my end, but I would hope that they graded out pretty well on PFF there. But yeah, Trey McBride, I'm sorry, Marvin Harrison Jr. Yeah. Um, To be honest with you, I just think that Kyler Murray needs to play some more Madden and not Call of Duty. And remember that he has Marvin Harrison Jr. on his football team, and if he played more Madden over Call of Duty, he might just remember that.
Yeah, he might just remember that. Yeah, so a very interesting game there, a very interesting game for the Cardinals. Their offensive line seemed to have some up and down performances through the line. Calais Campbell, though, I mean, Calais Campbell made that big play at the end of the game. Of course, you can always rely on a guy like Calais Campbell, 5 tackles, 2 sacks, 2 hits on the quarterback. I mean, that's a closer, and he's a type of defensive player that can go out and win you a football game like he did in that game.
Yeah, Calais Campbell. I mean, we've talked about Calais all the time, and just how he's a big presence up front, and he's a playmaker. And I mean, this is the NFL. Even when you're making a resilient comeback, you just can have a big body defensive playmaker that says, "Hey, no comeback time. This is the NFL." Sorry, Calais Campbell did that.
Yeah, definitely a big play there. You love to see that. I mean, this is a defense that I mean might even rise to the level of being sneakily good. I mean, they've made some plays throughout the year. I mean, and now I mean we're going to get to see how they look against higher level competition as we move on. I mean, not to say that the Panthers are bad, but I mean we're going to see some higher level competition at some point.
I mean,
So
we weren't super big on the Panthers in the preseason. I mean, we were very much well aware that this is a rebuilding Panthers team and still has a lot of things that they need to progress and work on. And this Panthers team is still trying to lay out their foundation. I mean, they don't have too many bricks laid out. They have a few, but they don't have too many. The Cardinals have way more bricks in place, if you will, Tad.
potentially, yeah. I mean, the Cardinals have some potential pieces. The Cardinals, in my opinion, they're kind of at a bit of a crossroads where they need to figure out if they're just going to try to go forward or what they're going to do next. But I mean, certainly a positive enough start to the season. And they're going to only continue to get tested. Next week they take the road to San Francisco to take on the 49ers. Of course, still some questions there in San Francisco about who all is going to be available, so that's interesting. And then looking at the Panthers, they will have a division rivalry game um against the Atlanta Falcons, so that could be an interesting matchup there.
Yeah, two great matchups. Should be exciting football to watch.
Yeah, thank you all for watching the Gridiron Glory. Please continue to like, subscribe, and follow for more content throughout the NFL season. Thanks so much for watching.